Let's start this boot camp off with our dynamic movements to prepare the body for our workout today. We'll take the feet outside of the hips and we're just going to forward fold, reaching the hands all the way for the floor. Tuck the chin to look behind you and take a second to relax the head and neck. We're going to hold that fold for just a second to wake up through the back of the legs. And then we're going to point our toes out, pull your heels in, and we're going to sit into a nice deep squat. Now you want your feet nice and flat to the floor. So if they're not, maybe take a little bit wider stance. Take your time to find a position that you can just sit in. Now, if this low squat doesn't work for you, you can take the feet nice and wide and bring the hands to the knees, and you can stay right here. And I'll show this modified position for you this time. But feel free to stay down in that deep frog squat if you've got it. We're going to reach our right arm out in front, and we're just going to draw a big half circle, reaching the arm up, reach it all the way back and bring it down by your glutes, and then we'll reach it back up and over. Big arm circle, and the gaze is going to go with that hand up in the sky. So it comes out front, it reaches up tall, big half circle, reach it back and down, and then bring it back up and over. Find some mobility in that shoulder and that spine. Hang here, maybe use the hands to press to the inside of the knees and really open up the hips if you're in this high position. Now, if you're in that deep frog squat, you're already going to get that pressure to open up the hips. Good, let's bring the legs straight. Find that fold, bringing the feet underneath the hips. Take a big deep breath and then roll it up slow. Head comes up last, and we're going to take some shoulder rolls at the top. Good. We're going to step to the back of our mat. And we're going to do another fold, and this time we're going to really bend the knees. We want to bring the hands all the way down to the floor and walk it out to find a plank. We've got some of these in our workout today. We're going to bring the palms under the shoulders, find a nice long spine from the neck all the way down to the tailbone. And then I'm going to take a big step up with that left foot. Now, typically the classes I teach, we take the same warm-up mobility. My hope is that you guys will learn this. And if you work it on your own, or if you just want to take a moment to find some mobility, you can remember this and do it on your own. We're in this runner's lunge. The left knee is kind of naturally falling out to the side. The right knee is sinking to the mat, and we're just opening up through that right hip flexor and again through that left hip. Now I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it out in front and across my body, crossing the right arm, finding some internal rotation here with the spine. We're going to lift it up and pull it back. Big stretch. Open up through the arm, the shoulder, and the chest on that left side. Good. Bring it down, push it into your plank, and step it back. We're going to push it into a down dog, pushing the hips up high, lift the hips high, come to the tiptoes, press the chest close to the legs, and then find your way nice and easy back to your plank. We're going to step that right foot forward, finding that runner's lunge on the right, sinking the left knee to the hip, the left knee to the mat this time. Letting that right knee kind of fall out naturally. Then we're going to take the right arm across the body. Reach it in front of the left arm, rotate that back, and then pull it up and back. Find a big stretch. Good. Bring it down. Step it back into that plank. Hold the plank for just a second. And then we're going to bend the knees and walk the hands back to the feet into that fold. Slowly roll to the top. Let the head come up last. And let's take shoulder rolls in the opposite direction this time. Good. Stepping to the center of your mat. We're going to balance on our right leg and just lift our left knee up, pulling that left toe up, and try not to hike the hip. We want to keep the hips nice and even. We're just going to swing that hip and step back into a split stance. You want both toes pointing forward in the same direction as the hips. We're going to find our balance and turn on that lower body. Bend that left knee. Find yourself in a lunge. We're going to turn to the right and reach our right hand back and take your gaze to that right hand. Woo, squeeze your core for your balance. Hold it here for one more second. Step it in and shake it out. Good, we're gonna do that on the other side. Balance on the left, lift the right, swing it out, step it back. Find your balance here, and then when you're ready, you can bend that right knee, return to the left, and reach the left hand back. Big reach, big lunge, step it in and shake it out. We've got one more move. And we'll get started. We're going to balance on the right again. This time we're going to pick up that left foot. Now you can balance here, or you can let the tiptoes reach for the mat just for that added support. If you can, we're going to start to lean forward, bringing the chest parallel to the floor. Let the arms hang out in front, and you want to think about bringing your back to a tabletop. Nice, strong spine, nice posture. Hang here for a second in that single leg deadlift. We come to the top and step out to the left. We're going to bend the left knee, push the hips back to the left, creating this nice stretch in the right inner thigh to wake it up. Hold it here for just a second, and then we step it in and shake out the legs. We'll do that on the other side, and then we're going to complete this warm up. Balancing on the left, we're going to lift the right or let the right tiptoes touch to the floor. I'll do this one modified this time. Same thing. You push the hips to the back of the room. Let the chest come parallel to the floor, reaching the arms nice and long. The back is at a tabletop. We're not going all the way down. We're holding it here, waking up that left glute, and then we'll step up and out to the right. Bending that right knee, pushing the hips back to the right, creating that stretch in the left inner thigh. This is it. Activating that left inner thigh. Nice job. Step it in and shake it out. So we have 3 circuits today. Again, we've got high intensity total body today. Our first circuit is timed intervals. We're going to work 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and we're going to do 3 sets of this first circuit. We have 4 jumping jacks to 4 mountain climbers. Now, if you don't want to jump, you can take a nice step and reach, balance. There we go. A nice step and reach side to side. You'll do that for 4, and then you'll take it into a plank position and find yourself working those 4 mountain climbers. Let this take you as long as you like. It is your workout. You can push through to make it more intense, or you can slow it down to make it more doable. It's whatever you need in this workout today. Are we ready? We're going to start it in 10 seconds. So again, we're doing 4 jumping jacks and 4 mountain climbers. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we have 4 jacks. I'm going to bring my hands to the mat, step or jump back into my plank, and I have 4 climbers. Now I'm going to show you a high impact version. Again, we've got 4 jacks, adding that jump. I'm going to bring my hands down. If you want more of a challenge, jump it out and give me those 4 jacks. Maybe jump it in. Now I'm going to modify this one. I'm going to take my step out. We go for 4. And then I'll bring my hands down, step it back, and maybe you slowly drive the knees for 4. It's 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So hopefully now, the next 2 rounds, you know what your modifications are. We have a 20-second break. This next move is a reverse lunge. We're going to either add a hop at the top of the lunge to add impact and intensity, or we're just going to drive the knee. In 3, 2, 1, right leg goes back. We're going to find a lunge, and then low impact is right here. You're just going to drive the knee and land back in that lunge. Your lunge doesn't have to be low. You can even keep that leg semi-straight if you need to. From here, if you want to add a little impact, a little intensity, you're going to pull that right knee up. Let's switch sides. We're doing half and half with this one. The 40 seconds is split from one side and the other. 10 seconds. Now, the intensity is to take the hop. If you need to modify, just drive the knee. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. 20-second break. We'll slow this next one down. It's a walkout with 4 shoulder taps. Changing the pace just a little bit. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. We forward fold. We're going to walk it out to our plank, and we're going to take 4 shoulder taps. Keeping the hips as still as possible. We'll walk it back. Take your fold, stay right here, or stand all the way tall. It's up to you. Walk it right back out. If you need to modify, knees are down, toes are down. You're going to keep the hips super still as you tap for 4. Lift the knees and walk it right back in. We've got 10 seconds. Lots of ways to modify. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's take a little water break. Circuit 1, round 1 is done. We've got 2 more of those to go. Now you know the moves. You can add a challenge or take a modification. Whichever is best for you. We're going to start this in 15 seconds for round 2. It's 4 jumping jacks and 4 mountain climbers. You know the options to modify. Choose your option, and we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. We have 4 jacks. Into 4 climbers. If you need to modify, take a low impact. Step these jacks. Step back to your plank and drive slow mountain climbers. Move at whatever pace you need to. We're more than halfway there. We have 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Bring it up. High intensity. Total body. We're going in 5 with those reverse lunge hops. You can skip the hop and drive the knee. Right leg back. Let's go. So your low impact. If you need to not take the lunge, your leg can be straight and you'll just pull the knee up as you stand tall. If you can, take the lunge and drive the knee. And if you can go even further, you're going to take that hop. All right, let's switch sides. Left leg goes back. Find your lunge or keep that leg straight. Drive the knee or hop it up. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Nice job. We've got our walkout with our shoulder taps to finish round 2. We'll go in 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Find your fold. Bend the knees. Walk it out to find your plank. Now, modify if you need to. Drop the knees. The most important thing here is keeping the hips as still as possible. So you want to move slow. And again, you can hold that fold. Find a nice stretch in the hamstrings or stand tall. It's up to you. 4 taps, and then we walk it back in. 10 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. 2 rounds down, 1 to go. We go back for our last set, our best set. It should be 4 jacks and 4 climbers in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. I feel like that was a long one. We go back to those lunges. In 3, 2, 1, right leg goes back. Bend it into that lunge if you can. If you need to keep it straight, there's nothing wrong with that. Modify it. Make it doable. You're either taking the hop or you're just driving the knee. Let's switch sides. Left leg back. 20 seconds on the clock. 10, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. 20-second break. Catch your breath, grab water, whatever you need to do here. We've got those walkouts, the shoulder taps in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's finish off circuit 1 nice and strong. Nice strong plank, 4 taps, nice still hips. Walk it back. Maybe you come to the top and squeeze the glute. We're halfway there. There's 20 seconds left. We've got 10. Ooh, I skipped my taps that time. And just remember, we're moving, we're exercising. It doesn't need to be perfect. Most important thing is your form. 3, 2, 1, and let's take a break. Nice job, guys. Coming up in circuit number 2, we'll take a little water break. We have a ladder that we're going to work for circuit 2. The ladder means we're going to work from a lower number of reps up to a higher number of reps. And once we get to the top, we've got to come down that ladder. We're going 1 to 5 and then 4 to 1. Our circuit 3 is a short core circuit. So this next circuit is going to be our longest. So get ready for it. And it's rep count. So you're going to move at your own pace. You can stay with me, and I'm going to keep it at a pretty moderate, doable pace. Again, it's high intensity. There are ways to modify all of these moves. We have a forward bound. We have a lay down push up. We have something called up and overs, and we have a Pilates setup. So there are 4 moves. The first round, we do 1 of everything. The second round, we do 2, then we do 3, then we do 4 and 5, and then we'll start at 4 and come all the way back down to 1. Go as fast or as slow through these as you like, but let's get going. We have a forward bound to a back pedal. What this means is we're going to take our hips back, bring our arms back, and we're just going to hop forward. That might look like a little hop to you. It might look like all the way to the end of your mat, and it might look like 1 foot and then the other. Totally up to you. You take your modification. You hop forward, and then you just jog it back to the end of your mat. That was 1. We have a lay down push up. We're doing 1 of these. Now I'm going to modify by keeping my knees down for this first one. Walk it out, find your modified push up position. From here, shoot the elbows to the back of the room and just lower yourself all the way down. Press everything up together. That's 1. Bring it back in. Up and overs. We start at the side of our mat. We're going to start here in a squat with our arms long. We're going to go up, hop it, and over. That's it. 1. It's 1 step to the center or to the side of your mat, and your arms just come up and over in a big half circle. We have a Pilates set up for our last move. We do 1 of these. The legs are long. Roll it down. Arms come up overhead. You're going to roll it up, bringing the arms up towards the sky. Reach the arms forward, keeping a nice long back, and then back up. That's it. 1. Now we go to 2. We have 2 forward bounds. I'm going to show you a modified bound for this next one. You can bring the hands back, the hips back, and I'm just going to hop 1 foot and then the other, and then back pedal. That was 1. Another modification. We have 2 of these. Let's go again. I'm just going to baby hop. It wasn't very far, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be. Now, we take it down. This time we have 2 lay down push-ups. Modify with the knees down if you need to. We're shooting the elbows to the back of the room. Palms are nice and close. Lay yourself all the way down and push yourself all the way up. We have 2. Good. Child's pose, if that feels good. Walk the hands to the knees and help yourself up. Let this take you as long as it needs to. It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be high impact. We have up and overs. Are you ready? Bend the knees, push the hips back. It's a little bit of a squat. And in a second, we're gonna go up and over. The arms come up and you hop over. That was 2. That's it. We've got 2 Pilates sit-ups. Bring it down to your mat. Legs are long. Arms come up overhead. You're gonna roll up, sit up nice and tall. Arms are reaching the sky and then they reach for the feet and back to the top. Roll it down. Arms come back, touch behind the head, and then they lift and we roll up. That was 2. Nice job. Take your time coming to your feet. You see the flow of this. Now we have 3 of everything. We go back to our forward bounds, hips back, arms back, hop forward, jog it back. You've got 3. You can make these hops as short or as long as you like. You've got 3. And then you go into your 3 lay down push-ups. Knees or toes, it's totally up to you. You lay it down, push it up. The idea is that everything goes down together, everything comes up together. Take your time with those. Then we go up and over for 3. It's just a little step or a hop through the center to make it to the other side of your mat and your arms come up. Start in that squat position. We're gonna hop over and up. It's a little bit of a coordinated move, but once you get it, you got it. 3 of those, and then we bring it to our back. We have 3 Pilates sit-ups. Arms overhead. It's a roll up, reach forward, reach up, and roll down. You've got 3. Take your time. And if you need assistance with this, don't be afraid to put your hands down and slowly use them for support. On the way down and on the way up. Nice job. We did 3. Making our way to the top of our ladder. We've got 4 of everything. Now you can push through this. Now you know what we're doing, or you can slow it down, work at a pace that's good for you. You've got 4 of each move. Four forward bounds. And then 4 lay down push-ups. Knees or toes, up to you. Work at your own pace. Little child's pose or a down dog. We have 4 up and overs. Take any breaks you need to catch your breath or to grab water. And then we keep moving all the way to the top. Now you see, I stayed pretty high with those up and overs that time. If you wanted to make it harder, you could reach for the floor as high as you can and then reach back for the floor. Make these as hard or as easy as you need them to be to make them doable. We bring it down for our Pilates sit-up. We have 4. Nice job. We are at the top of our ladder. 5 of everything, and then we'll take a short break, and then we'll come down starting at 4. But get your 5 nice and strong. As much time in between each exercise as you need. You have 5 lay down push-ups. Nice work, guys. We've got 5 up and overs. And like I just showed you, you can take this as easy by staying up top of your squat or take it as low as you'd like. It's a hop, the arms go up. Last but not least, your Pilates setup for 5. Nice job. We'll take a little water break. And we'll get started going down, starting with 4. So we have 4 rounds. We do 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll complete our ladder. Again, this is your workout. If you want to power through and move along without me, that's okay. You can stay with me or you can go a little bit slower. I'm going to get started. We've got 4 of everything, 4 hops. Most important thing is your form. So if you feel tired or you feel like you need to modify anything for any reason, don't hesitate. The modified push-up is the best thing you can do to make your push-up stronger. Taking the time to find the long spine and the movement all together, going up, going down. Form is everything. We've got our up and overs for 4. Those hops can be big, or they can just be nice, easy steps. Our Pilates sit-up for 4, roll it down and roll it up. And again, if you need support here, bring your hands down to your sides and help push yourself up. Help yourself learn the move. Help yourself get stronger. We're making our way back down. We're almost there. We've got 3 of everything. Take breaks when you need to. Three hops, and then 3 pushes. We got this. We're almost there. Stay with it. I've been pushing my up and overs. I'm going to do a couple easy ones. The hips push back, arms hang heavy. You hop up and over. See how easy that step can be. It doesn't have to be, I'm an overachiever. I push hard at everything. That's a blessing and a curse. but take it as you can. Take it to make it doable for you. It's the way we get stronger. We have 3 Pilates sit-ups. Making our way. We've got about 5 minutes of work left before we start our cool down. We'll finish out these 2 rounds of our ladder. We have a short core circuit to finish to start our cool down. And then we stretch, guys. 2 bounds. 2 push. 2 up and overs. We're there, guys. We're at the bottom. We do 1 of everything. You got it. It's 4 moves. We'll take a short break. After that Pilates sit up, just stay down on your back for just a moment. Maybe pull the knees to the chest. Take a nice big deep breath and then rock and roll it up to a seat. We have 2 moves. We're gonna do 60 seconds each. We have a leg lower. We're gonna be working our lower core, lowering 1 leg at a time or both together, up to you. And then we have a plank series. We're gonna do a high plank for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do a low plank for 30 seconds. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my high plank modified, and then I'm gonna lift my knee to take my low plank full expression. Again, I like to make things hard on myself, so modify how you wish, and let's get going. It's 2 minutes of work, and then we stretch. You're gonna lay all the way down on your back. You can let the head rest to the mat and bring the legs up to the sky, pulling the toes back towards your face. Now, I like to make this hard, so I'm gonna pull my chin to my chest and bring my hands behind my head and make that top core work as hard as the lower. Let's go. I'm gonna lower my right leg and tap the right heel to the floor and then bring it back to the top. And then it's the left. Now, if you want extra challenge and you've got a strong core, maybe you let both heels tap and then bring them both to the top. Most important thing here is that that low back stays pressed into the mat, no matter if you're doing 1 leg or both. Don't let that lower body, that lower back lift off of the mat. If you start to feel it, don't go any further. Take it back to the top. We're more than halfway there. We've got about 20 seconds left. And if that double drop doesn't work for you, stay right here, 1 leg at a time. Press that low back into the mat. You're still getting all of this good tension working that core. Less than 10 seconds. We'll flip it over for our final minute in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees to the chest, rock and roll it in, and let's flip it over. We've got 1 minute on the clock. We're gonna do a high plank for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do a low plank for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna stretch. So again, modify these however you wish. I'm gonna take a modified high plank to start, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. Find your high plank. Now, I like to modify with my toes down because it gives my low back support. It doesn't let my low back kind of cave in. We want to keep a line starting at the top of the neck and go all the way down the spine, all the way to the tailbone, and think about a nice strong line there. We're going to take it to a low plank in 5 seconds for our final 30 seconds of boot camp. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it down to your low plank. Now, as you see, I lifted my hips for my low plank, but you can also modify this by keeping those knees down. The elbows and the wrists are shoulder width apart. We have 15 seconds. Hold it strong. Press those forearms into the floor. Squeeze your core for 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees down if they're not already. Untuck the toes and let's take a child's pose. Nice job today, guys. Sink that torso between the thighs. Let your favorite cheek rest to the mat. Close the eyes and we'll just take a couple of rounds of breath to start our cool down. Let's slowly round the spine up into a tabletop position, tuck the toes, and we're just gonna take a couple of cat-cows, nice and easy. Dropping the belly, lifting the chin, and then tucking the hips and pulling the belly in. Do one more of those. And then we're just gonna sit the hips back to the heels, taking this tall seat. Now, if this is uncomfortable for your feet or your knees, you can come to a stand. We're just gonna stretch out through the shoulders and the chest. We're gonna interlace the fingers behind the back, start to find an arch in the back. Start to open the chest, maybe lift the chin up to the sky. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And slowly start to lift the arms away from the body if you can. Extra stretch for the shoulders. And then we'll release that and bring the fingertips out in front, interlace them in front, push the palms out, and we're gonna tuck the hips, round the spine, and separate through the shoulder blades this time. Good, let's bring the palms up to the sky. One more arch. Big deep breath, stretch the core, and then we'll bring the hands down to the mat. Press yourself up into a fold. Take your time. Relax the head and neck, shake it out. Let the arms hang heavy. Let the spine completely relax. Stretching out through both sides of the hamstrings. We're gonna slowly start to roll to the top. Slow as you can, rounding the back. The head is gonna come up rest, and we're gonna bring the arms up overhead. Open them wide and take them into a V, and we'll point the thumbs back. And then we're just gonna start to arch and pull the thumbs back. One last stretch for the shoulders, and just slowly start to bring the arms down to a T. Palms are up. Reach the opposite sides of the room, stretch out through the arms. And then bring the arms in, wrap them around you. Round the spine and give yourself a nice big hug. Nice job today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today for this total body boot camp.